Welcome back to Boy Band Break, where we encourage you to take a break from your day and join us in some boy band conversation. As always, I'm Chinzia,
I'm Sophia.
and welcome back to our guest Maria.
Hi.
As we
Woo!
as we bring the conclusion of the three-part
Of a
Pop
5-day
2000
trip,
of the 5-day trip. So really, we cut it down more than we normally do.
right?
Pop 2000 in Paradise, which was September 28th to October 3rd, 2023. So to recap so far, we got to Mexico. We had karaoke night. Then the next day was a pool party. It was Pirate Day. They had the pirate costume outfits throughout the day, and then the Pop 2000 concert. And then the third day was 90s 2000s day, which we had a pool party in the middle of the day. And then in the evening, we had the foam party. So we have survived the foam party. The foam was in our lungs. The foam lasted the next day. It was still on the chair and it had not dissolved. It was still there. So yeah. So anyway, so now we bring you to, I believe this would now be Sunday. So
So
we are now
3 great days, and now
so
here
far
we
so
go.
good. Yes, for sure. So let's present. And I this time I got smart and I opened the things in different tabs. So hopefully we'll be able to easily go through this without me having to scroll through my Facebook 50,000 times. So fingers crossed that this
We
works
got this.
and that I put it in the right order. I think I did, but it is what it is. So we're shady.
Even if you didn't say that, we would have been like, sure.
Sure, why not? All good. Okay, so this was morning breakfast. We're a little bit tired. We're headed over. There's
Aw.
plants.
Oh, she
There's
matched
our
with
buddy
the
Jeff
flowers.
again.
That's
Yes, she did.
cute.
That's why we took this picture because she matched the flowers. So
Yeah,
we're like,
that's
okay.
sweet.
Our buddy Jeff was there. Him and his, oh my God, why can't I remember Jeff's wife's name? Kristen?
Anne. Isn't Anne?
No, Anne was from Vacation Day. It was
Oh,
Kristen, I believe.
sorry.
They had like matching outfits every day. They had like themed bathing suits. They had these fun hats that her friend owns a business and makes them. So they're pretty funny. So,
Oh, okay, sorry.
yeah. So it's just us walking over. There's some monkeys hanging out, doing their thing.
Just having their own party of their own.
Just having a party, enjoying life. Hanging out. Look how cute the little face is. Like, how adorable.
Aww,
So cute.
nice.
Just chilling.
Just chilling.
It's almost like
So,
a Kuna Matata.
Hakuna Matata. Yes. So then these, I want to say, so Kathy, Sheila, I can't remember the other girl. It was funny because we were like in this room, and then she's like, "Oh, can you watch my purse?" And we're like, "Sure." She's like, "Oh, you're not going to steal anything." It was because at this point we started recognizing people and stuff like that. I forgot to mention a very important part, which I did not take any pictures of, is the fact that we just happened to always have breakfast the same time Eric was having breakfast.
Mm.
So obviously we didn't go up and bother him or anything, but he would make a point of then going around and being like, "Good morning, hey." Like the one time he was just like right there and I didn't even realize it. I'm like, and he's like, "Hey, how's your morning?" Like whatever. So Eric was like the breakfast ambassador and going around and saying hi to all the people and stuff. So kudos to Eric.
Very nice.
That's way to take pictures.
Oh, this was a Debbie, right? Yes. Yeah, because we didn't want to like bother them while they were eating and stuff like that. So like Dan and his son, I think, ate a few days there as well, but it was mostly like Eric was like our breakfast buddy. Like he was always at the buffet at the same time we were there. So we're just like,
Very
oh yeah,
nice.
there's Eric. So like I think like 3 out of the 4 breakfasts he was. So yeah. So then we took some pictures and then I don't know what the heck I'm doing here, trying not to fall. It was awkward.
Because you want to be in like a nice line, so you're not like
Apparently.
bending your neck, I guess.
I
Yeah.
don't even know what the heck we were doing. The waiter was like, "Okay, sure." Okay, so
In and out very quickly.
in and out very quickly. Yes. So then this is White Day, Whiteout Day, neon whiteout party.
I never would have thought white bathing
We're
suits,
just
but I
dumb
love
because
these white
literally
bathing
everybody was
suits.
wearing white bathing suits. And I'm like, oh, that's a really smart idea because we
Yeah.
definitely didn't think that. I also always just assumed that if it was a white bathing suit, it'd be see-through. Not the case. Nope, we saw nothing. Everybody was
Beautiful.
enjoying their lives there.
We got to
So
get white bathing suits.
Wonderful.
if they do a white thing, then we will maybe get white bathing suits. But yes. Yep. So this was the David Cook show. So he performed he only did a few songs, and then O-Town came and did like a whole acoustic set. So it was different than their actual concert. I promise
Very
it's about half an
nice.
hour. At this point in time, I had run out of space on my phone, as per usual, because I forgot to take all the pictures and stuff off. But then I was like, man, this place has free Wi-Fi, so why not? So I actually did a Facebook Live of the entire O-Town thing. I don't know if I ever
Which
shared it
was
to
a
our Boy Band Break page.
Yeah, I saw it on there, I believe.
Okay, so I don't know if
Or
I
maybe it
shared
was
it.
yours. I don't know. Maybe you like
I
shared it
think
from
I
yours
will
and put it
share
on
it
the
over to the Boy Band Break page if I haven't already. But
Yes.
basically, yeah, it was just like, there they are. And we were just sitting on the ledge there, and just lots of people were in the
That
pool
was
just chilling.
So
that was a
enjoyable.
Yeah,
great live.
yeah, it
They do
was
a
really
good job
good.
acoustically.
They have great voices, so we know they always, yeah, so it was really good. Jacob played for a bit. These are the two guys. So Ryan and Joe, who run Vacation Jam. So that's, I believe, when they announced that they're going to do one again next year. So they were kind of just talking there. So that was fun. So then we
Oh,
got
nice.
Trevor. So this is Carrie. So this is Chris's manager. Then we got Trevor, and then us. We're just kind of like hanging out.
Very
Uh,
nice.
yeah, it was good. So yes, I don't know. Oh, for some reason, the bartender got somebody's wig and then was just like wandering
Blonde
around
wig.
with this blonde wig. It was really funny. And then Trevor was playing beer pong, and it was like an epic, like at least 3-day tournament of him playing beer pong with these girls.
Very competitive.
Yes. Oh, also, this is where we got our hats. So we came out, and Reese had a whole bunch of these hats. So she like,
Very
yeah,
nice.
you guys can have some.
Thank you, Reese.
So thanks, Reese.
Woo!
Yes, you're part
You're
of
the
it. So there was
captain
like,
now.
exactly. So we were like hanging out by the pool, and then we're like, okay, this is our white, because we didn't have any white for the pool. So that was good. This was a husband and wife. They were also, I want to say his name was Zach. Nick. His name was Nick. I can't remember her name. Also super fun people, like hilarious. So good times. There's my mom taking a selfie for tits. So, and then I think
Why
that's the
not?
beginning of that. Why not?
Why
So,
not?
okay, so now I will share my screen. This was just kind of like one of our. Oh, I clicked stop sharing instead of share screen. Sorry, 1 second. So apparently this doesn't make it any easier, and I still mess up. So really, I'm an idiot. But okay, so this
It's
is
all
kind of like
good.
the
It's all
breakdown
good,
of things.
buddy.
So yeah, so this was Sunday. So the O-Town and David Cook acoustic show. Then the DJ was there, and then the Whiteout Neon Party, and then all that stuff. So here's a squirrel, just whatever. Oh, they also were like, come to the thing, the concert, or come to the pool because there's a special prize, like gift. And we're like, what the heck is the special gift? And the special gift was the autographed, like little posters, I guess. So there we
So
go.
everyone got one?
So, well, everyone who went to the pool got one. I don't know if they had our names on a list and checked us off. So hopefully everybody ended up getting it. But yeah,
Okay.
everybody had signed them. A little smudgy, but still fun.
Very nice.
Probably afraid love. But yes,
Yeah.
it's like a nice, good quality photo paper.
A good souvenir.
Yeah, it was very
that's
cool.
nice.
So that was really nice that they did that. So that was cool. So at this point, it was kind of raining a little bit, like not too bad, but enough.
Well, it was enough.
So they moved their beer pong inside. So this epic tournament continued.
Mm-mm.
So yeah, so there's that. These
Spices.
are all the different spices. Because then so then this night we decided we were gonna go to like the French restaurant, but there was like a super long wait, so we ended up getting like a little pizza. God, that's just a bunch of pictures. So yes, we got a little pizza with like mushrooms and onions, apparently, and hot sauce. So we had that as our like appetizer. So we finally get up to the French restaurant, and again, being the creeper that I am, here are some pictures of Trevor and Marcus Monroe in their superhero outfits. And I think that's Alexa over there. So they were all eating over there.
Well done.
So this was like it was like a fancy restaurant, and it was supposed to be like a whole experience, but we were running like really late because the event started at like 8:30, and we didn't get there till like 8, and I'm like, we are going to miss this. And then when I saw that Trevor and Marcus were there, this is the wrong day. This is the last day.
'cause
Okay,
the superhero.
pretend you didn't see this. Let's come back to this. We're gonna go over to
the whiteout party.
I don't remember nothing.
Okay, so let's share this tab instead. White
Or I
outfit,
didn't hear
guys.
anything.
So, here we are in our white outfits, and this was like a really cool kind of trippy wall. So we took some pictures in front of there.
Ooh, it's like the Twilight Zone.
Yeah, it was very like
Yeah.
messing up the eyes. So we got somebody to take pictures of us. So anyway, so then we ended up going to
Oh, and
this.
you're glowing in the darks.
My glow in the dark
Glasses.
glasses
Handy.
definitely glowed in the black light. So
Very nice.
they gave us some like necklaces and stuff when we got there. Some people, there's Essence again. Look at that fun
They're so
headband.
cute.
So cute. Some
So
people went like
fun.
really out there with the headband and
Nice.
things like that. Ryan Cabrera was DJing this part of it with DJ Excel. Oh, that's a blurry picture.
Yeah.
But the girls had like these really fun headbands.
They were so
They were
Cool.
Yes, I think so. So anyway, so then they also had these markers, like they had fabric markers and they had like skin markers that you could write. So you could get like, you could write on each other and stuff. Some people were like, don't write on my clothes. Here's Dan. Dan is just going away. So,
Did he write Dan is hot on everybody?
Yeah, on this one he wrote, Dan is my fave. So he wrote that on this girl's skirt.
Very nice, very nice.
With a big heart around it. He wrote this one. He put DM plus her initials, like and like wrote it on there.
Cute.
And, like square. On mine, he wrote Dan is hot. It was just like he was just fucking. Dan was having a blast here. Just
Awesome.
It was
fun.
so funny. It was so good.
And then you got
like,
a picture with Trevor again. That's awesome.
Yeah, there's a picture with Trev. I've got a picture with
who was
Jacob.
part of my boy band.
Yes. And then as you can see, it says Dan is hot. I know I should have, honest to God, I should have picked Trevor. Next year I'm stealing him from you. And
No, you're not. Trevor is my guy.
I love Trevor is the best. Love Trevor.
He's amazing. He likes everything on Instagram. I love him.
He really is. Like he's the bomb.
He's very sweet.
I had to keep looking at my thing and I was like, oh, Trevor's in my group. I'm like, oh no, he's not. I was like, oh, okay. If I was a nice friend, I would have got him to record something for me.
I know. I was like, come on, record something for me.
Obviously, I am not a nice friend, and I was trying to cheat. So
it's all good. It's all good. I still won, so I'm okay.
You still won. Blocktown Posse is the 20.
Woo!
So there you go. Yeah. So this was kind of cool. It was, it was just kind of like
fun.
Oh, so I did not actually get a picture with. Wow, these are so blurry.
There's a lot of
to be fair,
like
the lighting, right? It's not that great, the lighting.
Yeah, that's true. Trevor was just dancing up a storm with me.
Oh,
so how this worked is this was on like the second or third floor. So it had this, and then it also had an outside patio, and that's where all the food was set up and stuff.
Ooh,
but then there was like a secret passage upstairs. So we had Reese and Jennifer, our connections know David Cook. So like, hey, come. So we ended up going to like the rooftop area, which was the area that people were spying on the concert. And we had like a really good conversation with David Cook for like probably like, I don't know, 10, 20 minutes. But like, I don't really know him that well because I never listened to his music or anything. I didn't really know in Canada. Super nice guy, like so nice. And we were like having like just random chats. And then I was like asking him things like, that like an artist, so he was talking like VIPs and like we're like giving suggestions on things that he can do in VIPs and stuff like that. But then I was asking him like even just like basic stuff like, you know, like Ticketmaster official platinum pricing, like do you guys get a cut of any of that? And he's like, no, we don't. And it was just like, so it was like some interesting kind of like insider. I can't remember what we were talking about, but it was just fun. We like does it like certain times, like did you get more people are at the venue? And he's like, it really depends. And then sometimes it's like the bar takes. And then it was talking about the amount of like cuts that the venues take, like for his own merch. Like a lot of the times they will make you use their people to sell the merch. So you have to pay these people. And
Oh,
then they
wow.
also like they also take a percentage of your merch as well, like 20% or something. And then he was also talking about how like if merch gets stolen or something, does that come out of the venues or out of you? And it comes out of the artist. So like it's a whole
Oh,
bunch. So not only is he not in charge of the people who are selling his merch, they can actually like give it away or stuff can get stolen and then he has to pay for that out of his. It's like it's a messed up system, man.
that's
It's
shady.
like I get it, and then they like sometimes they get a cut of the bar, but they usually don't. So there's like a whole bunch. It was a very interesting like conversation. I was like, oh, it's cool. Like so it's
Yeah,
good
no,
stuff.
that's very interesting.
Yeah, it was
Because you
very
don't
nice.
hear about those things, right? Like you
No,
never
you really
know.
don't. I was just like, oh, here's an artist. I can ask him questions. It was like, yeah, so that was
Yeah.
very cool. So wow, this is really blurry.
That one's okay.
But yeah, so this is Chris the photographer, and he's like, no, I don't want to in pictures. Because was he Australian or British?
I don't know, but he had a
I
nice
think he was
accent.
British. He had a very nice accent. But he's like, I'm the one who's taking pictures. You can't take. So then we all just started taking pictures of him, and it was really funny. He was just sandals annoyed. Yes, well, yes,
Very
so
nice.
that. Apparently, a bunch of them. He's like, no, stop taking pictures, and we're like, we're gonna keep
It's like
taking them, bro.
paparazzi, right? He's
It
part
was
of the
it was it was
paparazzi.
very funny. It was funny though. Like he was joking around with
You're
us.
having
He
No, no,
wasn't
no.
like
I get it. I
annoyed
get it.
with us.
Sorry.
He's like, no, don't take any more pictures. Like, oh, it's just really funny.
And then she
And
started
then
fixing his
Reese is
hair.
like, your hair, you need to have more boy band hair. Like, what are you doing? Like, whatever. So she
Oh,
was trying
like
to
a
fit him, like,
curtain?
That
Oh
was
my
so
god,
the
much
that's
knitting.
fun.
Yeah,
hilarious.
it was
Yeah.
pretty
It
funny.
was so much fun.
It was so funny. So yeah, so yeah, so again, tons of
The
food, but we
food was
weren't even that
amazing.
hungry at that point. So we didn't want to eat
Oh, no,
anything
because you already have
because we
dinner.
had because we had dinner before we got there. So we're like, okay. But yeah, look at like so much stuff. Like whatever. So
Mhm.
and there's us. There's some more. Oh, then we took pictures of Eric,
Cool.
which apparently are very blurry again. Oh, she was super nice, Katie, right?
And you took this picture, so you
I
can't
took
blame
this
me.
picture. This one's less blurry. Look, you're in it now. Look, you appeared. So Eileen, Debbie, like so there was just a whole bunch of people here. There was like Kathy again.
Oh, that's
so,
that girl that I listened to her.
yeah, that's Confessions of a Giggler.
Yeah.
Yes. So
Very nice.
yes, so there was lots of so this was fun. Eric was super cool. So we actually ended up talking to him for quite a bit outside as well. I can't even remember most of the conversations, but at one point we were saying something about Canada or something, and he's like, like O-Town really got their like start in Canada and stuff, and he's like, like Kiss 92, and I said, oh, my friend Jen
Yes.
worked for Kiss 92, and he's like, yeah, Jen, because like they used to hang out, but then he, I guess, dated. Were you there for this conversation? She was sitting down because she didn't want to. There's a ledge here, and she was tired, and I would just like to point out that the late nights ended at 11 at 1, and she
And
was
2
like
in the
big.
morning.
It was not 2.
Yeah, it was a 2 o'clock.
11, 1 o'clock. She was friggin' exhausted. I was like, ma'am, you could not survive a Backstreet Boys cruise because the parties start at midnight and end at like 4 in the morning. So,
Literally like 6 a.m. You're not even going to sleep.
they're like, Howie's still partying. We got to keep partying. She would just be useless. So, but at least on a boat, you could figure your own way back. But
yeah.
Anyways, so we were like talking to Eric, and then he was talking about how I don't know if he was dating or he was friends with somebody who worked at Kiss 92, and I cannot remember the name right now. But basically, that song, I think it's Take Me Under, where there's like a girl's voice, like you're going into a trance, and 3, 2, 1, like whatever
Okay.
that's her. So they actually flew her out, I think, to Florida to record that part.
Oh, okay.
And something. So he's like, so there's like some Canadian on this on the song. And then and then he was like, oh, if only we knew more about the CanCon, then we would have been like, we would have did it up here, and then we could have got like more radio airplays and stuff. So it was very cool. And then he was like kind of talking about how like the Christmas specials that they did and how those things kind of fell into place, like the boy band holiday, and, that, and he kind of was like
Oh
saying how
man,
these are
I
like
wish we
projects
got
that
the Backstreet one.
Oh yeah, well maybe they'll play it this year. Who knows?
Um,
But I don't know. But Eric was like kind of talking about he has like a bunch of projects that he has like planned for like the next few years, and he like hopes those will kind of work. And then we asked him about the Super Bowl. And
okay.
we're like, oh, that really like sucks. And he's like, yeah, I don't I don't know where this idea came from because they were never in talks to do the Super Bowl. Like,
Right. And then
it's-
it came out with Nick and AJ. They had like an interview,
Mhm.
and Nick also said the same thing, that they were never in talks. Like they would have loved to do it, but they were not
Yeah.
in talks. Yeah.
And Eric said it was very difficult to see all the excitement that everybody had about this, the
Mm.
Super Bowl, and not being able to say anything.
Aw.
And he's like, I saw you guys, and people were like, you guys were like tagging us and things like, oh, O-Town should be there too and stuff. And he's like, this is not a thing that's happening. He's like, but I'm not going to be the one to say like, hey, NSYNC is not like,
Yeah.
there's not going to be a boy band halftime. I don't know where this is coming
But they
from.
should really do it. They
really should.
Yeah.
So yeah, so that was some interesting insider information. But he's like, it was so hard to not say anything, and I felt so bad for everyone because I know how excited everybody was, and I was just like, guys, this is not happening. Like, this is not even a discussion. Like, whatever.
Mm. Yeah.
Stupid DJ in New York.
See how it like snowballed? Like just
it snowballed.
Everyone
He's like, it was cool to see how excited everybody was, but
Yeah.
it was also really like hard because I'm like, this is not happening, so I can't say anything. It's not my thing to say. So
Do you think
Right.
maybe because everybody's reaction was like that, they might consider something
maybe,
like that?
hopefully in the future. But yeah. So anyways,
It's Usher this year,
yeah.
or I guess
yeah.
next year, because it's not 2024 yet.
I think it's in February, right? So
Yeah.
anyways, needless to say, it was very fun. He was just very like Eric is so personable. I kind of just also say he like O-Town. We've mentioned this before in other podcasts. They are super fan
Yes,
oriented.
definitely.
But even like the one day we were at the pool at the nighttime, and Tina and William. So William is her son, who's autistic, I think.
I don't know who those people are. Sorry.
They were in other pictures.
The Goonie.
The
yes, yeah.
shirt.
Anyway, so
Yeah.
he like I guess anyways, O-Town helped him a lot, like through like the music and stuff like that. So he's not very comfortable with like groups of people and things like that. So like sometimes they'd be off to the side or whatever, and just like but anyway, so Eric was like walking by, and then he walked by. He's like, "Hey, William, like, how's it going? Is everything okay?" Like, so he was just like, they're just so personable, and they know
that's
their
sweet.
fans so well, and I just think that was really like cool. Like yeah, maybe Eric's not like doing like a song and dance or whatever, but he was like again at the breakfast when he would come by and like make sure to wave and say hi to everybody. So like yeah, so like that was cool. I really like that about that. So
Awesome.
some more pictures. Oh,
Yeah,
there's David
O-Town is like so cool.
This is David Cook in the background, who's getting cut off by the headpieces. But
Are you taking a photo with him, or he's just
yeah, it was just like a group
photobomb?
photo. He was supposed to be in the photo, but then this is Nick. He's a brewer, I think. He's just Dan is awesome, is what he wrote on this girl's dress.
Very nice.
Oh, Dan. What does this say? Is Isa came to get a shirt tattoo or something. I don't know. Dan is just a nutcase. Yeah. So that was him. Like, oh, maybe that was Eric writing. Thing. It was just this guy named Zach. He was a musician there as well. And, there's our little buddy Josh dancing away in the nightclub.
Having a great time.
Yeah, I was dancing too. I can't remember her name, but she had this like whiteout shirt. It was just really funny. Like it was just there are so many people are so like clever with their like costume ideas.
Very creative, I see.
Did I show this one? I don't think I did. So these are my mom's pictures. So this is us on the rooftop. Like
ooh, some more awesome
actually
pictures.
David took this picture of us.
David Cook?
Yeah. He's
That's
like, I'll take the
amazing.
Oh like, my God. Thanks. It was so funny, but like, yeah. So again, there's all like the fun, all the fun night. Like, oh, I guess we drew on our hands too and stuff. This was from
that's a nice
the
shot.
balcony area. Yeah, so this is the infinity pool. So this is like the big area, and this was like where the celebrities were that one day. That's where Chris was eating his lobster and stuff. So that's
his healthy food.
Isn't that cool?
Look how nice this is. Like, look at the
Very
sun.
nice.
Noon, the sun. Yes, the sun at night. Yes.
The mood.
Fucking idiot. And then yeah, so there was food set up. There's essence. So. Oh, this is Dan writing on my arm.
Ah, this is one.
He
Dan
looks
is hot.
very intense with, I don't know what he's doing.
He's concentrating, making sure
He's
he's
concentrating.
selling down.
This picture, I don't even remember.
He's got crazy eyes.
He's got crazy eyes. Whatever he's saying is making me laugh. So it was also very loud in there. So
Dan is hot.
Dan is hot. Like, oh my God, so funny. Then my mom was sitting up with Angela and her husband. It's Billy
Al.
Gilman's people, Angela and Al.
They're so
So,
sweet.
Then there's
Oh,
Josh.
there's
Josh loved my mom. Like, I don't know. He
I
just
loved
kept
him.
coming
He
to
was
him
so
all the time.
adorable.
Coming to her all the
Very
time. He was
nice.
he's so funny. So yeah, this is all. Yes, this is kind of like the standing area. Didn't even realize Dan was in the background. I looked drunk again. Did not drink anything. Did not
You're
have
just
anything.
high
to
on life and
high
enjoying
on life,
yourself.
apparently. Yeah. So some of the girls. Here's me saying some stupid shit to Eric. I don't know because
I don't know what I was doing with my mouth.
yes. But then we had a nice picture. So there you go.
Yeah.
Very nice.
That's it.
Yeah, so there's that. All right, moving on to this tab. This was the afternoon photo shoot at the. I don't know when we did this. What day?
Last day.
Probably the last day because we're like, oh my God, we haven't actually been to the beach, so we should probably go to the beach. So,
Should we do superheroes first?
superheroes was at night.
Oh, all right.
Do you think this is the last day?
The beach shots we did the last day.
Okay, I don't know. Okay, sure. What was superhero daytime? This one? Uno momento. We're working on this. Okay, sure. We'll choose this tab. So here's Carl Walkner performing at the pool again. Again, super funny, nice guy. Good music. But I just feel like it was like it would have been nice if we could have had a
What do you think I'm
day.
doing with this?
Just trying to scooch past the videos.
A day to
It would
relax.
be nice if we could have had a day that was free, right? Like,
Mm.
so this I put this in the thing. So it'd be nice to not have a pool day because we were in Mexico. So I definitely want to go check out the ruins or go do something. So I think what they should do is get rid of one of the pool parties where it's just like Carl or DJ XL. No offense to them, like them, but and just had nothing, and then they could have added an excursion, like, you know, for X amount of dollars, you could also go to the ruins and Trevor would be with you or something like that.
So
Even if
the
they
dolphins-
didn't have the band members with them, which again would be an amazing perk, but even if not, then just be like, because Vacation Jams did have a bunch of different excursions, but it would have been nice to be like not being scared of missing something. So like to just have the day free, so then we could go, like some people like swim with the dolphins or go look at the ruins or something like that. So
Right.
It had like different packages. Like this guy will do this.
yeah,
this
it'd be
guy
like,
will
you
do
know,
that,
go swim with the dolphins with Trevor or go hike the ruins with Jacob or something like that, right? So that would be fun. So I did put that in the suggestion for next year, but yes. So basically this was the day when they were doing the beer pong tournament, and Trevor ended up losing, and his teammate, I cannot remember his teammate's name, but his buddy there. So there's some pictures of them playing. So there's just some of us there. This was them happy before they lost.
Aww. Crushing
so-
defeat.
Well, I think that's it for that guy. We already saw this. Okay, hold on. I'm going to get rid of the ones that we've already seen. We did not see that one. We got that one. Okay, so you think that the superhero night was next and then that was last, you think?
I thought so.
Okay, so we'll put that over there. Okay, so back to where we were earlier when we forgot what day it was. Here is the menu of the French restaurant. So yeah.
So sorry, can
so
you
it-
just update? It's day what now?
This is the last day.
We should have
Day 5.
Day 5, yes. So this is
Oh.
no, wait. Superhero night, and then we left the next day. Does the next day 5 or 4? So we went Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Yes.
Because
Yes,
Monday
so
is
this
still Sunday.
5, I guess. Yeah. So
Okay.
anyway, so it wasn't all inclusive, but they also could have people, they had prices on everything too. And that was more for like people could actually go to this restaurant even if they weren't staying at the resort.
Oh, okay.
There was people who had residences there where they actually have like timeshares at this resort, and then they could just go and like get their own food and stuff like that, and then they would just whatever. So in theory, this restaurant sounded like a great idea, and it was like very bougie and everything. Yes, so yes, but anyways, it was not that great. It was not good. Did I not take pictures? These are my pictures. Okay, so mom's pictures will be different. But so then we were late. So then when Trevor was walking by, well, we still hadn't got our entrees yet at that point. Did we ask him or did we ask somebody else from the group?
I can't remember now.
We might have asked Trevor. I was like, Trev, what time is your set? And he's like 8:30. And I was like, okay, because it was cutting it really close. So he's like 8:30. I'm like, I figured it's not started yet because you're here, which I feel like is the common theme when I see Trevor at restaurants where we're eating at and we're not sure what time the show is.
That is very true.
Like when we were at Chili's.
He's on vacation.
But anyway, so it was fun. So and then the other people, because they were all dressed up in their superhero gear in this like fancy restaurant, and then these other people were like, what the heck? And then this one girl was like, that guy looks familiar. And I said, oh, that's Ryan Cabrera. She's like, oh my god, I thought it was Ryan Cabrera. What's he doing here? And then I was trying to explain like the Pop 2000 thing to them, and then they're like, oh my god, that's so cool. I'm like, yep. So it was interesting. So there's a good mix.
Cool.
This comedian was
he
hilarious.
was so funny.
Oh
he
my
was
God.
like self-deprecating. So Marcus Monroe, so funny, friend of them. So yeah.
Cool.
So then afterwards, so we couldn't think of superhero costumes, so we went with Super Awesome. I made shirts, and we had
Super awesome is cool.
we had little capes and things from my niece and nephew's dress up container. So
hey, whatever works.
and then we reused the tutus from when we dressed up as the Powerpuff Girls on the Bachelor.
Yes. Very nice, very nice.
So there's that. Yeah, so this is Tina and William again. Debbie and Kathy. So we have pictures with them. Lots of pictures. There's Stephanie again. So yes, then we got Chris.
Cool.
He's like super awesome. I love that. So thank you.
Very nice.
So at this point, I think it was like the 30th anniversary of NSYNC getting together, and then he was like, "Yeah, it's like people." So I'm like, or it was the day before or something. I was like, "Oh, happy belated 30th anniversary," and he's like, "Yeah, people keep saying that, but really, it's like that was like when Lance joined. He's like, we were technically a group for like a year before that, so I never really know when to celebrate like whatever." And I was like, "Fair enough." So yes, we got a picture.
Celebrate it all.
Yeah, we didn't get a picture with him on White Night because that's when we went up. I saw him and he was talking to people. I'm like, oh, I'll be back. But by the time we went up to talk to David Cook and came back, he was gone. So I was like, okay.
But you got him here, so that's
But
good.
we got him here. I was like, I can't leave without another Chris hug. So, yes.
That's right.
Got that apparently. The girls again, they have these really cute little capes with sparkle on it.
Very nice.
Wearing shiny and NSYNC shirts.
Cute.
This was that Zach guy who's the musician. Here is the two, Ryan and Joe from Vacation Jams. Carl Walk. Oh, we did get a Carl Walkner picture.
Oh, okay.
Yes, and then we got Kristen and Jeff. Yes. There's our little Josh again. Adorable.
I told him how
nice.
Superman was Canadian.
And then she was like, Superman's Canadian. And he's like, oh, I didn't know that. She's like, oh, well. Then we were like,
Look him up.
It was pretty funny.
Yes.
Chatting with them for a bit. There's the guys again. And then they're like, oh, we
Because
hear
of
you have a
those
podcast.
history, right? Because of that history, every time they show a commercial of that was one of them.
Yes, exactly. Like what is it used to, the Canada Heritage Moments, I think?
Yes, Canada Heritage Moments.
Yes, so with that. So they're like, oh, we hear you have a podcast. I was like, yeah, I invited you on before we got here. I was like, yeah, whatever. That was pretty funny. So we were chatting with them. We got Dan. Oh my God. So
who's your favorite superhero?
So then I record. So my friend Gina is a huge fan of Dan. Like Dan was always her favorite making the band guy. She was gonna marry Dan, like whatever. But she, like, her husband's been sick for a while, so she hasn't actually been able to go to any O-Town shows or anything like that. So I was like, hey Dan, can you record this and just let Gina know, like, you were supposed to. So basically it was like, hey, I know I was your favorite. I know you wanted to marry me. You married another Daniel instead, but I'm the original one, and blah blah blah. Can't wait to meet you. It was really funny.
That's
I
funny.
sent it to her, and then she was dying, and then she like showed her husband, and her husband's like, I'm the original Daniel. And then she's like, well, you're not, because I knew Dan from O-Town way before I knew you. So it was just really funny. So
That's hilarious.
but he's been on the mend, so that's good.
Oh, good.
Because he had like a kidney transplant. There was like a lot going on there. But now, so Gina is definitely going to be coming to an O-Town show next year. So they have not announced anything yet, but road trip and that. So that'll be fun.
They're so
and it'll be great
fun.
to see her actually meet Dan. So I think that'll be really fun. So,
Yeah.
So there's some pictures, and then Trevor again.
Trevor.
Billy Gilman. He performed
He's
this
so
new
cute.
song. It was so good. It was called Delta Queen. It was his new song. It was really, I really like, because he's kind of like country, right? So I just like how the story just like comes into your head, like the whole like it was really good. So that's
Very nice.
That's good. Check it out. There's Angela again.
Very
Trevor.
nice. Woo!
You kind of match the green.
I don't know what we're doing. It's just, and then this blurry one of us that sucks.
That's okay.
And then this. Stephanie really liked this guy who was Trevor's. I don't even know who this guy is, and I apologize. I know he's someone, but she's like, we're gonna get married someday, so we need to like see like whatever. It was a really funny picture. So, so we're like, okay, we'll take a picture with him too. Why not? And then this is when I finally got like Gira tacos. So like with the cheese and like the meat, and it was so good. It was so good. So I was like, kudos to this. And they had like the fresh cilantro and the guacamole and all this stuff. So delicious.
The guacamole was really
So very nice.
Joel. I appreciate. So he was wearing like a Splinter shirt because the boys were Ninja Turtles. So it was like,
yes.
It's like, yeah. So it was pretty funny. And Jacob had some knives and swords, and it was pretty funny. So we got pictures with him. No, this is Tracy. So I thought I had a picture with her somewhere else. So she's the one from England.
She's the one who brought the shoes.
Yeah, she's the one. Okay, so anyways, here's the explanation for this. I thought she had brought the shoes and put them on the pole and everything. So essentially when we hadn't seen her by the O-Town Performance Day, it was like day 3, and like she was like, oh, I love your podcast, whatever. And I was just like, oh my God, I haven't seen her yet. I don't know. So finally I just like messaged her, and I was like, hey, I'm in the pool wearing a sailor captain hat, whatever. So then she came over. So then we were like chatting. And basically she was talking about how she had been in building 17, but had to move because there was a flood. And I was like, what? Like, this is not funny at all. But apparently the ceiling was like dripping. So she had called the front desk and was like, there's like water coming into my room. I'm like, okay, we'll send somebody to come fix it. So they're like, okay, cool. So then she came back later that day, and not only was it not fixed, it was now caved in. And water gushing into her room, and she's just like, hello. They're like, no, we'll fix it. She's like, can I have another room? And they're like, oh, this will be fine. She's like, there's like ceiling plaster all over the bathroom and all this. So eventually, they moved her to another building. So when we figured out when this was happening, it ended up being the day that we didn't have water. Where she wanted to take a shower.
Full circle moment there.
Yeah. So that's how we figured out. Because there was a flooding above her room. So they had to shut off the water for, I guess the buildings are connected. So for both buildings had their water shut off. And they were probably working on it in the middle of the night. Hence why we did not have water that one night. So it was pretty funny. So we're like, what a small world. So
right?
Yes. Oh my God, she was freaking hilarious.
Oh, she was funny.
So funny. Yeah. Some other people. Yes. So she was lovely. Do you know what costume this is, Soph?
I can't tell.
I don't. It's like sparkly shorts and like a cape and like I don't know.
No, I'm unfortunately sorry.
It's like I know nothing about superheroes.
But she looks so.
She was cute. These are some of the other girls.
Maybe Supergirl.
I have no idea.
The Supergirl is like Superman, so
yeah.
They have the colors.
Eric again. So fun. Oh yeah. So there's that. Okay, so this is mom's pictures of the French restaurant. Almost done, guys, I swear. Okay, so yeah, so it was like a very like fancy yes,
Those
and
are buns.
the buns and the little like tiny bits of like oh my god, I was gonna say
Flavored-
soap, but that's not what it is. Butter.
Flavored butter.
So this was
Butter.
good. We were starving. Yeah. So yeah, and then this is where everybody was like there, and we're just trying to like casually take pictures of because that's how we do because we're creepos.
How you roll.
Apparently you took a picture of everybody leaving. Okay, so
Your
my
mom has
just
no
blatantly
creativity
takes
here.
pictures. But yeah, so they're all dressed as like superheroes, and everybody else is like dressed like normal. So it was really cute. So this was the best thing in this entire restaurant, and I would definitely
No,
probably
the
try it.
creme brulee was.
That was pretty good too.
What is it
So
called?
basically, I don't know. This was asparagus, so it was on a puff pastry, and it had hollandaise sauce on it. And I only ever think of hollandaise sauce for when you make like eggs Benedict. So I was just like, oh, this is actually pretty good. So that was good. I like that. I don't remember what you got.
I don't either.
It looks
Snail?
like this was
Snail.
escargot. This was escargot.
Yeah.
Snails. So it was
Because I'd never seen them with peas.
with peas. It was interesting. It was
Interesting.
not the greatest. Yep, there's that. The French onion soup was good.
Yeah, it
though.
was good.
The French onion soup was good. So kudos to
Okay.
that. I don't know what this was.
Lobster bisque.
Oh, this was lobster bisque. So
It
it
was
came with
good
this
too.
tiny little piece of lobster, and then he did this
Tiny
thing where he
piece.
like poured the
Yeah, like there's
thing
like
around.
nothing. It's like so small.
Yeah, I know.
But
Wow.
like it was like a whole show of he had presented this little tiny
tiny piece of lobster.
poured the soup around it and stuff. And we're
That's
like,
amazing.
it's pretty funny. This was gross. This was like
But it didn't taste bad. It looked.
What is it? What is that?
This was gross. I didn't like this.
That was chicken rolled
This
with
was
goat
chicken
cheese.
with like goat cheese and like
Oh, I
pine
thought it was like
nuts or
tofu
something.
or something.
And then it was
I thought
covered
that
in
too.
like a mushroom sauce. I don't know. I was just like not overly thrilled with this. And I'm like, this is gross. You did eat it. You had scallops,
Mhm.
Ooh, yum.
gigantic plate. It was like the presentation was lovely. I was
Yeah.
like, I'm like, we're late. This was just like a chocolate lava cake. Obviously, you can't really mess that up.
Ooh,
It
like
was
the
pretty good.
cruise.
And then this was the cruise one's better. This was creme brulee. It was very good. It had the nice little crack.
Very
of the
nice.
thing.
That's
Yes,
that.
so that is that. Okay.
That was
Superhero
superhero night.
Okay, so is this yours? These are your superhero. So this is my mom's version. Took some pictures. Basically, it's same gist of it. Trevor. So I went live for Trevor's set. It was pretty funny, but yeah, not as funny as Marcus Monroe, obviously, but it was still pretty good. Jeff, the girls with Chris. That was funny. So yeah. So then you could also have corn, but I was like, I already had the corn the one time. I don't want to try to balance it eating that while like not spilling things on myself because there was no tables.
Yes.
But yeah, they had like tons of food. There was never a shortage of food for sure.
Yeah.
Then Billy performed. These are the tacos. They were so good. There you got your Carl Walkner. Okay, so that's it. So now we are
The last
this
day.
day. Okay, I'm going to share this one because I don't know when this one is. But basically, if you scan this QR code, it will play the sounds of the forest, of the jungles of ancient times and stuff like that. So
cool.
So there was like a thing about the Cody. This was the place. This was not included in the all-inclusive. It was called Casa de Rosa. And I believe it was something like $75 US a person.
Yeah, it was.
And you got to like, I think so it was like you're in an authentic house.
And they showed you
how to make the food and stuff like so. It was like a cooking experience.
Mhm.
Oh, okay.
Obviously we did not do that because that's a lot of money, and we didn't really have time to do it either. But and we also took a picture because my mom's friend's name is Rose, so we were like, "Look, it's from Casa de Rosa."
That's very nice.
Oh, this is when we were we were like walking to the beach, and then we found like, oh, here's some hammocks. Let's
Did you
attempt
guys
to sit in
fall?
these hammocks and not. Of course we did. Yes, of course. So This is us falling and then not being able to get out of the hammocks. The hammocks were very low to the ground. It was just
We got a wet.
there
weddings.
was 2 weddings happening at the beach. And we're like, well, good thing that we went on this the other day because otherwise it was like monopolized with their little the ceremonies and stuff. But we're like, we can't be here and not
go in the water.
go in the ocean. So they had these like sandbaggy things. So this thing was actually pretty warm, and the current wasn't bad. But yeah, so you could hypothetically go past that. But yeah, so we took some pictures. Got our requisite Mexico 2023 with the sandals,
Very
So
nice.
me in the water. There's more pictures
Again,
of
good job not
Yeah.
getting your phone wet.
Exactly. Washing off the sand off the feet. Then we went in the infinity pools. Apparently that was my only pose, to put my arms up in the air. This was like a hot tub in the pool that wasn't hot. It was like a cold hot tub. I don't know how to explain it. It was just
bubbles.
There was bubbles. It was
Interesting.
So, yeah, so that was fun. And then so it's an infinity pool because it looks like it just keeps going. And the water just so whatever. So we did that. Then some couple, this couple started like
arguing,
getting frisky, and like making out in the pool, but then they got a little too, and then she almost drowned, and then she got mad at her boyfriend, and it was highly entertaining for us, not for them. Obviously, she was just not into it anymore after that. But like, who gets it on in the pool when other people are there is my question. But yeah, there was like
People
this
are
walkway
weird.
that we had to walk through. People are weird. So then there's the thing. This is the smoke, and we're like, so we see this smoke, and then we hear this like the ominous music, and we're like, what the fuck is going on? But then we're like, you know what? Let's just walk through it anyway. So it was like a walk through the jungle, and it had lights and stuff. These are videos. So,
I heard it.
Then this is me putting. This is the one by our building. So I'm like, I got to put my feet into it, but yeah, I didn't swim around or anything. Yeah, so that's that.
Cool.
Okay. Almost done. Okay, so this is the last day. So here's a breakfast picture of some mom made her own little egg McMuffin, I guess. So sorry, after that walk, the spookiness, that was after superhero night, I guess. It sounded like someone was walking behind us, and I was just like, oh God, like, ooh, we're gonna like get murdered or something. And then I was like, no, obviously other people are using this walkway too. But it sounded like so then we like stopped, and then I turned, and then I realized it was Eric and his girlfriend, and then we're just like, oh, and he's like, okay, well, thanks for coming. Like he was saying bye or whatever. And I go, Eric, I don't know what the heck I'm gonna do. I'm like, how am I gonna eat breakfast without you coming by to say hello? He's like, yes, I'm the unofficial breakfast welcoming committee. So he's like, yeah. I'm like, I don't know how I'm gonna survive my days. So it was just like, it was a cute little moment. So I was like,
that is sweet.
Yeah, I was taking a picture because it was dark and also weird, but yes, so it was a nice moment. So we like that. So this was the last day. People were leaving at all various times, so we actually didn't really run into anyone, I don't think.
No.
And
that's
then
an extra picture.
I don't know where this picture's from. This is from another day. Okay, so apparently I just put these pictures that I never showed.
Okay.
Of us in the pool.
Oh wow. It's like a collage.
That was on the white. Oh, there's Tracy. There we go. Yes. So that's Tracy, and she's from the UK. So she was there. Super nice.
Very nice.
Crazy. I've lost all these pictures. So that breakfast must have been from a different day then. So yeah. So there's like people in the pool, watching concert.
Oh, this is a.
Oh my God! I forgot about this. Okay. So.
Oh, there's a foam.
This is the foam the next day.
The next
still
day.
on the chair. So basically, Trevor was there, and I was like, Trev, I need you to do something for me if you can. He's like, sure. I'm like, so my sister Lydia, huge fan of you. She's the one when we were at Chili's came out and said, you're so beautiful, and like was shaking her hand. He's like, okay. And I'm like, so she is very offended that you have not been shirtless at the last few concerts that she's been to, and that is her favorite part of the show. So feel free to call her out for being a pervert or like tell her to stop objectifying your body or something. And he's like, okay, sure. So then he just takes my phone and walks away. So, and then I couldn't hear it because it was so loud. So then I'm like, oh, I'll watch it later. But oh my God, it's so funny. It's also on our YouTube. It's
very
basically him
funny.
saying, like, hey, Lydia, sorry you could be here. I know you enjoy when I'm shirtless. So you're going to need to tell me, like, what concert you're coming to next. And I'll make sure to take off my shirt specifically for you at that concert. Like, it was just really funny. So
That was funny. I really like that one.
it was a good one. This is Kate. It's Katie, right?
Yeah.
Katie. So she was there with her best friend and she was having so she was really nice. I think she's from Louisville, Kentucky. So yeah.
Cool.
So this is Trevor playing things. So this was
that's
a different day. Okay, so then we got that one. All right, so
That was our last.
this is our last day.
Yeah. That was because we had the mimosas.
Because people, okay, but I didn't want this. Somebody earlier had this like drink where it was like pink and had cherries on top, but I didn't know what it was. But it was in a champagne glass. So when we asked our guide, he's like, yes, mimosas, and he put cherries in them. I was like, okay, whatever. So we're like, might as well drink something.
Why
at this
not?
all-inclusive resort that we have not.
Why
drank
not?
Why not?
So there we go. Cheers. Bunch of random pictures. Oh, that's it. Okay,
Yeah,
it's only the same two pictures. And
Okay. Then we had to try the ice cream.
And then
before
as we were
left.
leaving, we saw that people. Where did the Patricia girl go? She wasn't there. Did you not post that picture?
I don't know.
Anyways, anyway, so I was like, oh, we got to get ice cream. So we went and it was open, but there was nobody there. I'm like, do we serve ourselves? Which is not the case. So they had all these like fancy ice creams, which you actually had to pay for them. But they had just like the plain ice cream in like a cone. So we got like, so these are all the fancy like gelatos. And by the way, one of the flavors is goat cheese, which is weird.
Oh.
But we were in Cuba. We had this one ice cream and Olivia loved it. She's like, oh, it's like cheese ice cream. I was like, I don't think that's what it is, but apparently it is. So yeah, so apparently that's an option.
All right.
But
Interesting.
yeah,
I guess they make any ice cream nowadays.
apparently. And then these were our little like slips. So you had to check in to make sure your flight was still leaving when it was supposed to leave. And ours, thank God we checked in because it was actually 25 minutes before. And then we got to the airport and then we were just kind of like chilling.
So
out
they
at the
didn't go on
airport.
strike. Woohoo!
They did not go on
We were
strike,
able
so
to
that
come
was
home.
good. So they had like a Guy Fieri's there. They had they had that.
Forrest Gump,
They had a Forrest Gump restaurant. They had others. We eventually ended up just eating from here.
because we thought it was more authentic.
And then we played some cards. And then that's us on the plane. And
Then you got
Foam
home around
party.
7 or something?
this is clouds, not foam, but yes. And then eventually
That
we
was it.
arrived, and
That's
I
it.
think that's it. I think that is
Awesome.
all
It was
of
a
our
great trip.
pictures.
Thank you for taking me on the trip.
Oh.
And then your dad picked you up again, or?
And then this is us on the plane.
Yeah,
And then my dad picked us up. Not your
And then
dad,
obviously
not my
your
dad.
husband. Yes. I'm just talking to Chinzia. Sorry.
Yes. But basically, yes. So that was
it was fun.
pretty much the entire trip.
That looks a
spending this
great
journey with
fun
us.
trip. Amazing.
So yeah,
So
it was
many
definitely, like, a lot of fun.
interactions. I
There
love
was.
it.
There was like a lot of fun moments that just kind of like popped out of nowhere, like organic fun moment type thing.
And I learned
Yeah,
what a
that's
townie
great.
was.
She learned what a townie is. Did you want to say your line?
Do you want to say the
I
line?
went there as a mom and came back as a townie.
Woo!
I think there wasn't. Was there any particular moment that stood out for you or anything that
I was just in
absorbing
awe
it all?
about everything. It was great.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed it.
Thank you for coming with me.
Late nights, but that's okay.
a
In the
lot of
morning,
walking. So
we looked like we were drunk, but we hadn't had any drinks. It was
really
just
didn't.
no sleep.
You were high on life.
Yeah.
So we will definitely keep you guys. So they definitely did say that it's happening again next year. They did send out a survey. I don't know if it's going to be the same people. I'm assuming O-Town will be like the main thing.
The main artist?
But the main artist. So I don't know if they're going to switch out some other artists or add other people. because they also were like, who would you like to see? So obviously I put Nick Carter because wouldn't it be great to have O-Town and Nick Carter
It would, but
together?
it will not be like that
It
if
will
you think
definitely
Nick
not be like
Carter's
that.
coming
No.
and then no.
It'll definitely sell a lot more.
Yeah.
But yeah,
And
no,
I
I
don't
think
think
that
you
was
have that many interactions as you did.
definitely not.
Yes. Like I'm
Although
sure
I
it
do
would
feel
be.
though, like when we were on the cruises and stuff, like Nick is pretty interactive with the fans and with people that he
No,
knows.
yeah. I'm just saying like maybe not as many
No,
interactions.
for sure. Definitely not. But yeah, no, it was a good group. And it was also interesting because not everyone was there like specific. I would say probably about 85% were there for O-Town.
Mm.
There were NSYNC people. There were the Jennifer and Reese are actually huge Hanson fans, actually. So they were actually telling us about how Hanson does their because they do the Jamaican one. So they were telling us how that goes. It's actually pretty interesting. So maybe we'll have them come. But they were like talking about how like there are specific events at certain times, and that's it. Like, or just at nighttime they do different things, and you know that this day is going to be like Taylor's Day and Zach and whatever, right? So it was very interesting to see. Like, so I'm very curious to see how the Backstreet Boy one is going to go. Obviously, I would love to go on it, but I am not made of money. If anyone is a rich sponsor who would like to sponsor us to go on the trip,
That's right. Yes.
by all means, we will accept your generosity and go on the trip and report back for you. But as of now, we are not. That's in April. I want to say April 19th-ish.
18th to the 21st.
18 to 21st. They just released their series of what's happening.
Itinerary?
Itinerary, that's the word. I feel like we have it in our chat. Let me see if I can find it. Or it was posted somewhere, wasn't it? Obviously, it was posted somewhere because else would we have gotten the information? Shinzi is a genius, guys.
Shinzi just says words and what happened?
Just says words. Okay, so this is what the Backstreet Boy one is going to be. I think it's this guy. Okay, so they just released this. So what I also found is interesting about the Backstreet Boy one is it says join us for a 3-day weekend. Is it not 4 days? So 18 to 20, 18, 19, 20, 21. But they only have stuff on the 19th, 20th, and 21.
Do you think because those other days are travel days? I have no idea.
I guess the 18th would be a travel day, but the 21st, they have stuff. So
I don't know.
I guess the evening, I don't know. So basically what for the Backstreet Boy one, it says join us for a 3-day weekend of fun, including our classic Backstreet Boys game show, special events hosted by each of us, guest performances and DJ sets, not one but 2 Backstreet performances. Our second 30 for 30 performance will be entirely fan voted set lists comprised of your picks for the past 30 years. And then you can vote for, and then only the attendees can vote. So that's
right.
So anyway, so what the Backstreet Boys have for their schedule is on Friday, April 19th, trivia, DJ Yo C, Microphone Madness, Karaoke Fiesta with AJ McLean.
Woo!
Then in the evening, it has Eric Kudici. Then the Backstreet Boys, and then DJ Yo C. Saturday, which is actually the Backstreet Boys anniversary.
Didn't I make this comment?
You definitely did make this comment. Sophia, what is the comment that you made?
So they have the boys performing on the 19th and the 21st, but not on the 20th, the boys' actual anniversary.
So then I made the joke, oh, that seems on par for the course, the boys not doing something for their anniversary. So.
And then I said, yes, this is very true.
That's true. So on the 20th, they have Surf and Serve with Nick. So that's beach volleyball. Then they have that Eric guy. Then they have the BSB game show. And then in the evening, they have Sunset Vibes with DJ Kevy Kev. So there you go. There's Kevin's little, I guess he's DJing. Then Jason Derulo is your headliner that day.
Jason Derulo.
That's kind of weird. And then Derulo. And then Eric again. And then on Sunday, the 21st, the Literals Variety Show, which they have done on the cruise in the past. So Brian and Leanne do like, oh no, they didn't do a cruise. They did a game show, didn't they?
One was a game show and one was the Wiley fashion show.
Mm-hmm. So I guess they're going to do a variety show. I don't know if it's them and their buddies performing or people, so I have no idea.
I
what
think
that's.
Bailey will also be performing.
That makes
I'm not
sense.
sure.
Yep, that makes sense. Then DJ Yossi, and then guac and shots with Howie D, because we
Oh my
know
God.
Howie likes his alcohol.
He's gonna be like
See, like, let's make some guacamole and drink. So yes,
sashing
dancing around, winking
and
at people.
winking. Yeah.
Yeah, that's generally how he rolls.
Mhm.
Then DJ, then the Backstreet Boys 30 for 30 concert, and then that Eric guy. So does seem like super fun. It's very confusing because there's so many different price levels and things going on, but you can check.
So I guess like Jason Derulo is going to be performing because they're doing the game show, but like I think that they should have switched it. At least do Jason Derulo the first night, and then have them do the last 2 days.
I guess they wanted to break
performing.
it up so they're not so tired. I don't know.
I don't know, but like you should really have it for your anniversary. This is the whole point of this. But
yeah.
what do I know?
Well,
I'm just a
address the
fan.
anniversary at the game show. I don't know. It's just kind of weird, but whatever. That's
Hey,
that.
whatever floats your boat. Maybe it wasn't their decision. Maybe it was the people who are doing this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, anyways, boy bands in beaches in Mexico, fun event. Would definitely say go to the Pop 2000 when it gets announced. We'll definitely keep you up to date on all of that. If you can afford and can enjoy your Backstreets back at the beach.
Hey, you're gonna have a great time.
You are
regardless.
gonna, and honestly,
They
you
are
are
gonna
gonna have
do a great job. They're gonna, yeah.
The boys are very personable, and I just
Yes.
think that a lot of sticking point for a lot of people is it's a lot more than what the cruise was. But again, you're at an all-inclusive resort, so
Yeah.
like yes, your food is included at the on the cruise, but all your booze are included at this place. It looks very nice. It has it's a nice. It's not like a sketchy rundown resort. Not that the Fives was for the Pop one, but it was just like I think this one's more of a higher end resort. But yeah, so this is just. It's a lot of fun. If you can be on the beach with your favorite boy band, why not?
Exactly. And we
Enjoy it.
never had this when we were like teenagers, so this is like
definitely
yeah.
did not think I would be like, swimming in foam with Trevor.
See, yeah.
I did not think that was a thing. Didn't think that,
See?
Chris and I like, it's just
Making dreams come true, the boy banders. See? So yes. Enjoy, have a great time, but also go in with low expectations.
I think that's your key point. The main point, I feel like the good thing is that you meet a lot of people on these, a lot of people who have the same ideas and fun like things, a lot of boy band people, and you would get more friends out of this.
Exactly. Yeah.
So I think that's good. And as my mom is proof, she did not know any of the boy bands, still had a great time, and it's a lot of fun. So keep paying attention for updates on Pop 2000 in Paradise 2024. And enjoy the Backstreet Boys one if you go to that. So
yeah,
again,
you're gonna have a great time.
Gift me, Sophia, and Lydia with a vast amount of money, so we could go to that one.
Yes,
we are open to sponsorship and
absolutely.
Just we got you. We would take lots of pictures and videos.
We would take one for the team. Absolutely.
Definitely would. It's such a hardship for us to do
right.
this
Like, oh my gosh, our favorite band. Like, what?
Yeah. So anyway, so we had a great time at Pop 2000 in Paradise. Loved meeting all of our new friends, and can't wait for next year. So fingers crossed that it all works out and we can do it again next year. So
thanks for sharing your experience. That was amazing.
Thank you for sitting through our slideshow with all the pictures. It's only like 800 pictures, but
okay.
Well,
you have to make sure like everyone knows what you did.
We wanted you to be part of the event.
That's right.
There you go. Okay, well, thanks for taking a break with us, guys.
Until next time.
Thanks for listening.
Bye.
Bye.